The narrative being promoted by Meghan, friends of Meghan, and the leftist mainstream media and everyone else who hates the royal family and British traditions generally is that the royal couple were driven out of Britain because of snobbery and racism. They only started going off Meghan when they realized she was a pushy, ungrateful, entitled, gag-inducingly politically correct Hollywood gold digger who just gone and hitched herself up to Britain's favorite cheeky chappy warrior prince.
I wanted to speak about this because Charlie Kirk, may he rest in peace, actually was spot on. And we're going to dissect this a little by little because this is a man who was hated for what he said, for calling things out, something that is very much needed. And what is really disturbing is that he's spot on, and not only on the idea of Meghan Markle, but also of Oprah Winfrey. How Oprah went from being the champion, from enabling women not to be victims, but to be victors. And it is something that is incredibly true of what is going on right now. And it's a kind of behavior that's going on everywhere. And we're seeing this behavior rewarded. How do we see this behavior rewarded? By any lack of accountability. It's like you sweep it under the carpet, sweep it under the carpet. The royal return. Harry's the cheeky prince. He's back. He had a meeting with his father, the king, which raised his stock for him and his skanky wife, Meghan Markle. Because Meghan Markle, it is true that she is, in my very humble opinion, an entitled gold digger. A D-list mattress actress who managed to get her hooks on Harry, an idiot. I do believe that Harry is mentally incompetent. I'm not saying that he is not to be held accountable, because he is mean. He knows right from wrong. He knows that very well, which is why he wants the palace now to take over. The very same palace people that he bitched about and said that he didn't want them to be part of the machinery, him and Meghan Markle, that drove his wife to insanity, now is back, happy to be in the presence with friends and family. And we see the mainstream media, Dickie Arbiter, Tom Sykes, Arthur Edwards, even this other woman that's there saying, oh my God, I love that Prince Harry's back. He's now, rather than going back to the US, I don't blame the guy though, because I wouldn't want to go back to Meghan Markle, but I wouldn't want to go back to Harry either. Harry's an ugly looking, smelly guy. Rather than going back to his wife, he's doing royal engagements in Ukraine. Was it dictated by the king to go to Ukraine? Because let's not forget, if you think that Harry is going to Ukraine in these places on his own accord and he's able to get it on his own, we are in La La Land. You are worse than I am. Because make no mistake, Harry has never left the fold. He just wants to be officially back now. And his skanky wife, because what has Meghan left to do? But today we're going to listen to Charlie Kirk, because it is unbelievable what this gentleman says. But before we do, thank you very much for subscribing, sharing, and liking. You coming to the channel. It's very important watching the videos. I do appreciate, and I don't take you for granted. Over 54% of you who watch my channel are not subscribed. You have been unsubscribed. I will leave a link for you at the bottom in case you're having problems, because a lot of you have told me that I have unsubscribed you. I haven't done that. I don't even know how to do that. And please buy your raffle ticket. This is for the shelter for the girls. I do actually help girls that are homeless and poor, unlike Harry and Meghan Markle. So your help is very much appreciated. Unless, of course, King Charles wants to give me 1.1 million pounds. That'd be amazing. But for the time, thank you very much. And thank you for buying the ticket.
Can you just tell them the truth? Can you say to the world, just tell people and then they'll understand?
Now, Charlie Kirk is reacting to the Meghan and Harry Oprah interview. Why do I say Meghan and Harry, not Harry and Meghan? Because Meghan came out first. Because you see, in her head, she is the star. If you look at all the talk shows, you usually get the main attraction first. And then at the end, when people have, they don't have any patience or they don't want to see the show, once the main star has come, then you get the leftovers. So that's what Meghan Markle thinks of herself. This is very important for how we're framing stuff right now. Because this woman in her head, she doesn't understand how people can't see that she is spectacular, that she should be a princess, a blood princess in her own right. Go figure, huh? Why can't we see that she's that spectacular? This disheveled, smelly, ugly looking woman with those really disgusting weaves. And it's funny because she complained about fake tan, fake eyelashes, fake hair extensions. The only thing's missing is the chicken cutlets and her breasts and her boobs. And I think she put some on there.
I think just a broader question about this whole saga is, are we really now going to blame racism for the alleged oppressed life of Meghan Markle? Is that going to be the consensus point? Her narrative is now basically, I am going to play a victim while I was literally admitted into the royal family. And based on my memory, and I'm sure we could find endless amounts of media coverage that reinforce this, that was one of the most positive media events of the last couple decades. And for her to now accuse the entire royal family of racism with no specifics whatsoever, no names, no times, no events, but it fits the narrative, and she knows now she can go make a bunch of money, which she probably made upwards of $7 million.
Meghan Markle made money. That thing that Oprah said that Meghan Markle was not paid any money, you'd be dead wrong, because even though she may not have physically been giving any money, like from Oprah, it was given in the form of donations, in my very humble opinion, and also in the form of percentage per ad revenue that was featured during that interview. And oddly enough, the interview ads were about pharmaceuticals. Isn't that something? Pharmaceuticals. That's what the ad revenue mostly was about. So we have Meghan Markle, who now, during the BLM movement, decided to go and trash the royal family and defame, accuse, without any basis whatsoever, upon a little conversation that Harry had. And we've heard Harry and Stephen Colbert when he said that when he started dating Meghan Markle, and before the relationship could go the distance, he is the one who wondered whether his genes would be stronger than Meghan Markle's. And he was all pleased with himself that his genes were stronger than Meghan Markle's.
She now is playing the part of what everyone wants, which is, I've seen the inner workings of a powerful institution. And let me tell you, at the highest levels of ancestral aristocracy, they're racist and we must change everything. That's the narrative. The narrative that she is now playing is confirmation bias of what Oprah herself has been trying to push on the American people. Now,
this was all scripted. That BS that Meghan Markle did not know, or Oprah didn't know which question she was going to give or get, guys, come on. They're literally insulting our intelligence right now.
And also concerns and conversations about how dark his skin might be when he's born. That was relayed to me from Harry. Those were conversations that family had with him.
If he were too brown, that would be a problem. Are you saying that?
I wasn't able to follow up with why, but if that's the assumption you're making, I think that feels like a pretty safe one.
I am still being attacked, not only by the Sussex squad, by the Mexican community as well. My son's life has been threatened because I've been calling this woman out for ages now. We're living in a very incredible time where a narrative is more important than the truth. That is what we're seeing here, or facts. Facts are offensive nowadays. And people like Charlie Kirk just pay the ultimate price for it. Isn't that something, guys? Isn't that something?
Meghan, you are now allowing your feelings, I guess I should say, to dictate an accusation of a family that largely, by all evidence available, embraced you. What an unbelievably ungrateful person you are. No gratitude. Perfect leftist, no gratitude.
The third person in this interview is Oprah. And this is what has been bothering me for ages now. But this is not only Oprah. We're talking about the entire mainstream media. We're talking now about King Charles, his PR machine, the Buckingham Palace who want to have him back, zero accountability, people actually coming at me for saying what you're all thinking.
What bothers me the most about all this is actually not Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. We know Prince Harry is a metrosexual beta male and really is lacking in almost all testosterone. And we know that Meghan Markle is a tradition-destroying leftist who's self-indulgent. We know that. That's not exactly breaking news. What bothers me the most is the third person in this interview.
We are seeing the steps of Harry being brought and his wife back into the royal fold as senior working members. And if you think that that's not the case, just go and check out the royal website. Harry and his skanky wife are both in the royal website. The Duchess of Kent was removed within an hour of her death. The same happened with the Queen and the Queen Mother and Prince Philip. So to me, the issue now is not Harry or Meghan Markle, is the people behind them pushing an agenda, not holding them accountable. Is it that they're not holding them accountable because they are their tools to push this agenda? Or what the hell is going on here?
Oprah has lived the American dream. Oprah started from nothing, less than nothing. Oprah has gone through some legitimate trials in her life. She worked harder than any other television host throughout the 90s and early 2000s.
Exactly. So why is Oprah Winfrey? And I believe that Oprah Winfrey is just one of the few people who are enabling Harry and Meghan Markle.
Oprah is a billionaire black woman. Oprah was always about self-improvement, independence, empowerment, rising above your circumstances, being a victor, not a victim.
All these very dark narratives who put Meghan Markle there? Because at this point in time, now guys that I'm here in Toronto, I went to where she used to live. I went to Soho House here, which is absolutely disgusting. It's a shitty little hole that's smelly. I can imagine just like Meghan. It's a nothing burger. And yet she managed to infiltrate the most powerful royal family in the world. And we have people like Oprah Winfrey and others backing her because Meghan Markle flew to Jamaica on a private plane that belonged to Ron Burkle, allegedly. I have to say it for legal reasons. But the mainstream media shoving Harry and pushing his return down our throats as a positive thing, as though nothing happened. They're counting on people's short memory span. Well, my span is not short. And I will keep reminding you of this. This is why you guys say, why do you keep repeating these things? It's because people forget that Meghan Markle, from the moment she signed that wedding certificate in the back of the church, she was already planning her divorce or exit at the very least from the royal family. Because we've seen that she did minimal effort. And we have these huge mainstream media people already in the wings waiting for this gold digger to go and do what she did or tried to do, which was to destroy the reputation of the most powerful people in the world. And now they're doing that to Prince William and Catherine. Because interestingly enough, somebody went to Buckingham Palace and the person was shocked that these pictures, they bought a little pamphlet. They bought it. And this pamphlet, all the pictures are copyrighted and approved by King Charles, which is why I can't show them to you. But in the entire 20 odd pages, he barely had 2 little pictures of Prince William and Catherine. Yet he had lots of pictures of Prince Harry with him. In that pamphlet that was just published or printed less than 2 weeks ago. He's featuring mostly Prince Harry. And he features him in the doing good thing of charitable work. He has big pictures of Harry, not of Prince William and Princess Catherine. There is a narrative ongoing, and we all have to be aware of that, of this narrative. What is going on here? Do you think that Charlie Kirk was wrong when he called Meghan Markle out for the things? Because he's absolutely spot on. Meghan Markle is an entitled gold digger. And I wonder if she was there to push the Black Lives Matters move. And they're trying to use the Black Lives Matter movement in order to completely destroy the royal family. She is an ungrateful gold digger. Period. Please leave me your thoughts and let me know what you think. And once again, may Charlie Kirk rest in peace, a man who paid the ultimate price. And it's shown anything, if anything, his death has shown, and his life mostly showed that people are terrified of ideas, of legitimate thinking, of people who put other stories, of people who disagree, of that debate is dead. That, how dare you disagree with me? How dare you call things out? We live in a very dangerous time right now because, for example, I told you my son's life was threatened. And it was threatened not by the Sussex Squad, but by people in the Mexican community of all. And very popular YouTubers as well. Is that why Meghan Markle feels so protected? And Harry, no accountability. Mainstream media push and the backing from Buckingham Palace. And that is what Prince William and his beautiful wife and little family are fighting at the moment. And it's up to us to help them. If you like the video, please like, share, and subscribe. And as usual, I appreciate your support. And don't forget to buy your raffle ticket. Have a great day, beautiful people.
And yet I have to go watch Oprah Winfrey even tolerate, even entertain this idea that racism exists as a barrier to human success. Only in America is it possible for Oprah Winfrey to succeed. Only in America.